Hey guys, let's talk about seeds. This is going to be your most widely available option, so we're going to start there. And I'm going to tell you about the different types of seeds that you can get, and I'm going to have to read from notes because I can't remember all this stuff. But a conventional seed is a seed grown using synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. It's not certified organic, and conventional seeds can be genetically modified or hybridized. Now, as far as genetically modified, that's a GMO seed. This is a seed that's been modified to have specific traits in a lab, and genes are selected and transferred from one organism to another. It's also known as genetic engineering. This is what you're going to find a lot of times with the bigger farmers who have to buy their seed from large companies that will remain unnamed. But they actually will patent and copyright their seeds so that you have to buy them every year, that you can't save the seeds, they will not reproduce, that sort of thing. Now, a hybridized seed is a little bit more traditional in the fact that it is a seed that is created by cross-pollinating two different varieties of plants. This is what farmers used to do, and probably still do in some places, to get a specific plant. They like the traits of one plant, but not some of them, and traits from another, so they would cross-pollinate them in order to come up with a new plant, usually that had the best traits of both. Sometimes they can reproduce and sometimes they can't. I would have to do a little bit more research into that. Now, heirloom seeds, which are the ones that I try to get myself, just because they are open pollinated and they've been passed down through generations, they're often known for being more flavorful, and that's because they have been handed down from generation to generation. They will be able to have the seeds saved from them and replanted and grow again the next year. Oftentimes, these are not your big crops. When a large farmer that produces tons and tons of things, such as corn or tomatoes, they are not bred for being delicious. They're bred for being sturdy so that they can make it from the farm to the grocery store. That's something that is very hard on a plant, transporting like that. So oftentimes they will find the ones that are sturdy, not necessarily the ones that are the most tasty. That also goes for color as well. If you had a bright red tomato in the grocery store, you're more likely to buy it as a consumer, even though it might not taste as good as one that's not as vivid in color. So that's the basic breakdowns. There's also a thing called a coated seed, which means it's been already coated with pesticides or fertilizer or something like that to help the seed grow. I don't see those around very often. I think that is something that you have to get in bulk if you are a farmer. I'm not going to go into that too much because I don't think that that's something you're going to find at your normal neighborhood local store. The first thing that you are going to find probably is things from your neighbors, which will come in Ziploc bags more than likely. This is great. This is fine. These will keep just fine. You can plant them. The only thing is make sure you get the directions from your neighbor or your friend before leaving, or else you don't know if they need full sun, partial sun, shade, water, dry. You need to know all these things, how deep to plant them. All those things will come in handy to know. Some places, local hardware stores also do it that way as well. You will see that it gives you what it is and how much it costs, but it doesn't give you planting instructions. So if you don't know, and this is a local thing, ask the person or the place that you're buying it from so that you know when to plant it, where to plant it, how deep, and all that kind of good stuff. Most of the things you're going to find are going to be in packets like these. And when you see on the back of them, it gives you care and maintenance, how long it takes to germinate, what the depth is that you should plant it at, how many days until harvest. And remember the zoning maps that we looked up? It gives you your zone and when to plant them. So these are often very helpful. And if you look on the front, it will tell you if it's non-GMO or if it's an heirloom, something like that. So that's going to be the types of things that you find usually in your stores. Same thing here. You might not have a map on the back of it with the zone, but it will tell you somewhere on there what it is, days to maturity, how deep you need to plant it, all that kind of good stuff. So all of the information for all of these should be on the back. Once in a while, you'll have some of the information on the front, like certified organic, or that they might put the days to maturity on the front. Same thing here, you might have it down the side. And some of the smaller places might actually put them on stickers at the front. So somewhere on that pack that you buy, there should be, this one I actually bought in bulk, something that tells you instructions on where to plant, how deep to plant, that sort of thing. That's a basic breakdown, short and sweet, simple. Those are the types of seeds you're going to find no matter where you go. And once everyone starts getting their plants out, then I will show you what to look for in those and how to transplant from a seedling from a smaller container, which is normally what they come in, out into your garden. I've also got some started myself that I did over the winter time. I experimented with winter sowing this year. They should be ready to transplant before too long, and I can also show you that. So thanks for hanging out with me once again, and hopefully we will have some better weather for a longer stretch of time that will allow me to go out and about and all around so that you don't just have to see me sitting here and talking to you. See you later.